All right, we don't have much time. We've got Oscar predictions to talk about. Um, you know everyone who's here. We're not introducing everyone, so we're gonna start right away with supporting actor. Um, Cesco, why don't you start us off with your top five predictions?
Okay, so in order of likelihood, right? Ke Kwan. Then I have Brendan Gleeson. Then I have Barry Keoghan. Then I have Woody Harrelson. And then I have Ben Winshaw. And then my FYC is Bill Skarsgård and Barbarian.
Ooh,
All right, Rob.
who do I have? I didn't do it in likelihood. I just was kind of just drawing shit up. So I have Paul, Brendan Gleeson, Barry Kogan, Kiwei Kwan, um, and Tom Hanks. I don't. And then my FYC, I don't have one.
All right, John.
I have Kehu Kwan, Brendan Gleeson, Barry Keoghan, Ben Wishaw, and then I was like, that's a very young lineup, so I added Judd Hirsch as kind of a surprise. I know probably not, but they need an old person in there. And then my FYC is Woody Harrelson.
Rachel.
Try.
I also have Tom Hanks, but I will take him out if he misses it SAG. But for now, I have him in.
Yeah,
I have
right.
Kwan, Gleason, Keoghan, Hanks, and Wishaw.
Eric.
I mean, we all have the same 4 out of 5 at the very least. Quan, Gleason, Kilgan, and Wishaw, I think, pretty much almost all of us. I'm just keep going back and forth between Dano and Hirsch. But yeah, Hanks is so likely because Elvis is such a strong contender across the board. This isn't a Jared Leto situation. FYC probably Mark Rylance and Buns and all.
I've got Quan, Gleason, Keegan, Wishaw, and Paul Dano. I'm going pretty safe for these. My FYC is Raul Castillo from The Inspection. Any other contenders that we should be worried about in this category?
I am slightly worried about Eddie Redmayne.
Redmayne and Pitt both got BAFTA long listed
Yeah.
and Globe nods, but we'll see.
This much worried.
Yeah, I'm not
Pitt's,
worried.
Pitt's movie is a disaster, but the only other person I have on my long list is Brian Tyree Henry.
Mhm.
Not
Yeah,
in my top 5, but in my long list.
yeah.
Oh, I have my IFYC for supporting actor. Does he? Is Edward Norton for Glass Onion? Is he considered supporting?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so Edward Norton for
Except
Glass
for
Onion.
Greg.
He's my
He's
FYC.
great.
I loved him in that.
He's super funny.
Yeah, the only thing that I was thinking about Brian Tyree Henry, but the only thing that keeps me from predicting him is I feel like not a lot of people are seeking out Causeway. It just seems like Migraine the movie.
Yeah.
It's really
though
good.
I know he's popular and kind of
Good.
a really popular name right now. But
And he was great in Bullet Train.
Mhm.
And it's hard for him to like get in when he's going to be the only thing getting in from the movie because
yeah,
like if Jennifer Lawrence had scored a Globe nod or something, but like it's just all him. So
But that's actually kind of a good thing because he hasn't had to coattail on her. He's the only one that's gotten any attention at all.
Mhm.
She even got in for Joy, for Christ's sake. Her era is done.
I'm thankful for that.
She's young. She'll be back. She's
All right, let's move on to lead actor. Cesco, start us off.
Yes. Colin Farrell, Brendan Fraser, Austin Butler, Paul Mescal, and Felix Kammerer. My FYC would be Park A Hill for Decision 3.
All right, Rob.
I might have the same 5. Butler, Farrell, Fraser, Paul, and I picked the 5th. I just pulled this out of my rear. Bill Nye. I was kind of thinking him, that nomination kind of reminds me of when Defoe got his nomination several years back for the Van
At
Gogh.
Eternity's Gate, yeah.
Yeah,
Attorney's Gate.
Van Gogh. So I'm picking him, and then FYC I have nobody for FYC, and I hope so and so doesn't get nominated because that would just be awful.
There's a lot of so and so, so we'll go.
Yeah.
We'll skip that for now.
I don't want to say his name because then he'll get nominated.
John,
What does it rhyme with?
Sorry,
What does it rhyme with?
booze.
Flop booze.
I don't know. Bruce.
John, go ahead.
I have Fraser, Farrell, Butler, Nye, and Mescal.
Cool.
Rachel,
That's the same 5 I have. Fraser, Butler, Farrell, Nye, Mescal.
Eric,
So now it's going to happen.
I have the same 5 and in the same order, and I'm terrified because this will break like 90 years of Oscar tradition
Yep.
and history.
But
If
it's meant to happen at some point.
Yeah, and I know everyone kind of is, and myself too, like, well, Coda just broke 84 years last year. I'm like, yeah,
Well,
but not everything is equal and the same.
break the record in that these will all be first time nominees.
Yeah,
Okay.
like the 32 or something. I mean,
Okay.
like early 30s. It's
1933, I think.
it's
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
Which is why Tom Cruise is such a threat here.
Ugh,
which
said
is
it.
why I'm predicting him. I've got Farrell.
I took him out
Fraser,
like before the call.
Nye, Butler, and Cruz. Like I've been avoiding predicting Top Gun everywhere, and I just this last week I was like, I give up.
I have a feeling it's gonna. Do you remember last year we all did not predict Jessica Chastain, and look what happened. Not that he's gonna win, but fuck.
He's going to get SAG. He will.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Oh God. For
I mean, we'll talk about it in the
what?
picture, but the whole.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
He's definitely my 6th.
Oh yeah.
Mescal
Yeah,
today,
he's my
I put
6th.
him in because of what just happened.
Yeah, I was given hope by the NSFC today.
Yeah.
I'm not locked in. We'll have to podcast again before our official.
Oh,
which is-
and Mescal is my FYC, and it's not even close.
When is it? I'm sorry. When are the nominations?
24th.
24th. Okay. I knew it was coming. I knew it was towards the end of the month. All right.
anyone else that we're worried about? I mean, Jeremy Pope got this Golden Globe nod, but I don't see that translating.
But
If it happens at SAG, yeah. But for now, I don't know.
I think Hugh Jackman has a better chance than Pope of getting in.
Has anybody seen that movie? Because I hear it's terrible.
What, The Sun?
Yeah.
It's the worst movie of 2022, and
Okay.
for me, not even close.
Well, that's pretty much what I've been
Horrid.
hearing. Is just it's really bad.
There was for a moment Diego Calva for Babylon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
Yeah,
great.
well, but yeah,
He's really
good
good.
for him.
But yeah.
I think to be a new name, you have to be in a pretty popular movie, or like at least a movie that's going to be a contender.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, let's move
Cool.
on to Best International Feature, Rachel's favorite category. Cesco, go ahead.
Okay, so I have All Quiet. This is still ranked. All Quiet on the Western Front. Decision to Leave, EO, but I think EO might actually be closer to like 2 than what I have here. But then I have Holy Spider, and then I have Close. My FOC would be Decision to Leave, so it's in there.
But it's gonna get in, right?
Yeah.
Rob,
I think that's
I have All Quiet, EO, Decision to Leave, Holy Spider, and Return to Soul.
John,
I have All Quiet, EO, Decision to Leave, Bardo, and Last Film Show,
Rachel,
and I'll explain why.
Oh, you want to explain now, or we're just going through?
Let's
Oh, I can wait.
yeah, let's just keep going.
I passed.
All right, Eric.
I have All Quiet, Close, Decision to Leave, EO, and Argentina 1985.
And I've got All Quiet on the Western Front, EO, Argentina 1985, Joyland, and Return to Seoul. I don't have decisions.
No, you
to make.
don't.
It's been like very muted, its response in terms of like precursors. So I'm just like,
It got everything, though.
Yeah,
it's
it
been
hit.
at the
It
long
feels very,
list.
like-
It's BIFA.
It
It's
hit.
Critics' Choice,
It
Golden
hit.
Globe, Gotham.
It hit where it needed to hit. Yeah.
it hasn't won anything.
Well, it's not going to win this one either, but it's
No,
gonna
I
be
know
in
it's
there.
not going to win, but I feel like I don't know, like the amount of times they've not nominated films from Asia, like I mean, it's like we're clearly in a renaissance right now of
Yeah.
but we'll see.
Interesting.
John, you wanted to explain?
Well, yeah, I'm picking Bardo. I know it's got mediocre reviews, but it's Inarritu, so people will have seen it. And then I picked the last film show because I feel maybe this is a really dumb theory, but because RRR is not their choice, I feel like they might still vote for India. You know, like I don't know why I did quotation marks with that, but like you know what I mean. Like they're gonna be like, well, I can't vote for RRR. I want to, but I can't, so I'll pick the other Indian film.
I mean, they loved it when Italy sent it 35 years ago when it was called Cinema Paradiso. So
Exactly.
it's the same exact amount.
But I have surprisingly seen some traction on it this last week.
Yeah.
I've gotten a couple of invitations for like screenings hosted by Priyanka Chopra Jones. And I'm just like, okay, so you guys really want this to happen. Okay.
They should focus on the actually good one.
Because it would be the
Which is
first
RRR.
Indian film nominated in like 30 years.
Yeah.
Since 2001,
Yeah.
Just about,
like
yeah.
Lagan was last one.
Or 20 years.
They're terrible at submitting.
Lagan is wonderful though. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think the one that they were supposed to submit that year was Monsoon Wedding, so
Yeah.
Also,
which was like the bigger hit.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
let's move on to adapted screenplay. And Cesco, you can start us off with this one.
Where is it? Yes. So All Quiet on the Western Front, Women Talking, Glass Onion, Living, and She Said. My FYC is Orphan First Kill. And if anybody says one thing to me.
Oh my God.
All right.
Megan found dead in a ditch.
It's the film that has given Julia Stiles a purpose in her career.
Rob, go ahead.
Glass Onion, She Said, The Whale, Women Talking, All Quiet on the Western Front. Yes. FYC, I don't have one.
4 or 5 that you said.
Did I say Glass Onion, She Said, The Whale, Women Talking, All Quiet?
Yeah, it's 5.
Okay.
John?
Where'd it go? Sorry, I just lost it. Can you come back to me?
Rachel?
All Quiet, Women Talking, Glass Onion, She Said. I definitely have. I'm not set on my 5th.
All right, I'll come back to you. Erik?
Open to being convinced.
Which one?
I'm open to being convinced.
Okay. Erik?
The order I had, I don't know if I feel comfortable about this anymore because I had Women Talking at number 1, and I think it's just flopping so bad. But weirdly, I think The Whale is in a really, really good position and probably getting this picture nominated. So I have Women Talking, The Whale, Glass Onion, She Said, and All Quiet. My FYC is Marcel, the Shell with Shoes On.
John?
Yes.
So I have All Quiet, Glass Onion, Women Talking, The Whale, and Pinocchio.
Pinocchio.
Oh.
Rachel, did you figure out your 5th spot?
I mean, it's everyone's saying The Whale, so I can't really argue.
Yeah, I'm going.
Not me.
I think it's
I'm
a terrible
going with
script.
Women Talking, She Said, Living, Glass Onion, and The Whale. My FYC is Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris.
Yay!
Yay.
I think the script is one of the weakest things about The Whale, so I'm not happy to predict it, but I think it will get in.
That's why it's going to get in.
How about an FYC for Matilda?
That's that. Okay.
Once upon a time, I had White Noise pretty high up here, but that I dropped that super fast. Like,
Yeah.
If that movie was doing anything, it should have been top 5 this like whole season.
I mean, last week I had like women flopping in like 5 different categories,
Women,
and now it's like probably only getting screenplay.
like she said.
Yeah.
well, she said I still feel might not even get in here. So like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on the cusp. Nobody wants to hear women talking about she said.
Yeah.
And it's awful.
but like if they don't nominate women talking and they don't nominate she said, like do they nominate like Top Gun?
Yeah.
Possibly, but we're also then looking at 2 categories with no women writers.
Which par for the
Just-
course.
It
How's-
is.
how's
It
this
happened
spell
just a
symbol?
couple of years ago after not happening for a very long time. So there are weird stretches. But to specifically like ignore these 2,
Mm-hmm.
holy good lord.
Well, let's look at original screenplay. Cesco, go ahead.
Everything Everywhere All at Once, Banshees of Inisherin, Par, After Sun, and Fableman's in 5th.
Rob.
Fableman's, Banshees, everything, Tar, and I have Triangle of Sadness, and FYC would be After Sun.
Sean.
I have the exact same as Rob. Everything Everywhere, Tar, Banshees, Fablemans, Triangle of Sadness.
Rachel.
and-
Same 5.
Erik.
I think I have the same 5. Yeah. Banshee Star, everything, Fableman's, Triangle. I have After Sun in 6th. And actually with everything from today, it would make sense for that to be the film's only nomination. And this would be the place for it to get in. But I don't know if I would really swap out Fableman's or Triangle. I'm not sure how.
I feel like there's always a stray screenplay that's like the only nomination, like
Yeah.
a White Tiger.
It's gonna be something like that.
I've got the same 5 as everyone else. My FYC in original screenplay is Turning Red, which I'm like bummed that it's only going to get in for animation, but whatever.
Oh, mine is Barbarian.
Oh, I love Barbarian.
Barbarian.
I loved Turning Red.
Cesco, you're a big horror film. Did you like X? Did you see X?
I didn't like it as much as Pearl.
Okay, I haven't seen Pearl yet.
I'm
Okay.
more on the side of meh, and Pearl was more on the side of yeah, okay.
Okay.
I didn't love either one.
Fair enough.
love the
fair,
scale.
fair enough.
The range.
Any other contenders that we can talk about here? I think this is pretty much like the
Yeah,
top
I think the menu could also fill that
No.
only nomination kind of thing,
Yeah.
but like
Yeah.
how many Eat the Rich movies are getting in this year?
That was the one I was going to point out too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could also see, I mean, if it was slightly less crowded, if there was one less major contender, like Nope slipping in, but
Mm.
I don't think so. I don't have confidence in that.
I also wouldn't be surprised if I don't think it's going to get in at the Oscars, but because of WGA like eligibility issues, I wouldn't be surprised to see Maria Bello get nominated there for The Woman King, which is still like she co-wrote that. And
She
produced-
always misses though. Maria Bello never
Exactly.
gets Oscar nominated.
Yeah.
Mhm. That's a rule.
Yeah.
She walks so Hong Chow could run.
The Maria Bella rule.
It's in their bylines actually, so
The Maria Bella rule is that if you're Maria Bella, you don't get nominated.
90 years of tradition.
Yeah. I'm broken.
oh my god.
Speaking of supporting actresses,
Oh my god.
Oh, this one's
so
hard.
this is the
hard.
hardest. Like
It's juicy.
I don't think any of us are gonna have the same 5. So
I don't think so either.
Cesco, go ahead.
No, bitch, you go first here.
I will stick my neck out and go first then. I've got Carrie Condon in first, Dolly De Leon for Triangle of Sadness, Jamie Lee Curtis for Everything Everywhere All at Once, Stephanie Hsu for Everything Everywhere All at Once, and Hong Chow for The Whale. So, which is what I was predicting like months ago. So, I don't know.
Okay, we're four to five because I have it's slightly different order though. I have Carrie Condon, I have Hong Chow, Dolly De Leon, Angela Bassett, and then Stephanie Hsu. I do not have Jamie Lee Curtis. I don't think it's going to happen.
Okay, your FYC?
And Nina Haas for Tar.
Oh, and my FYC was Gabrielle Union for The Inspection. Rob.
I have Angela Bassett, Carrie Condon, Jamie Lee Curtis, Stephanie Hsu, and I was going back and forth between Dolly and Janelle, and I'm going to go with Janelle. And my FYC is Lee Jun Lee for Babylon.
John.
I have Condon, Bassett. I do have Jamie Lee Curtis, but I also have Stephanie Hsu. And then the last one, Dolly De Leon. I was going between that and Monet.
Mm-hmm. Me
And
too.
I just, Monet's not even like, I mean, I like her a lot, but she's not even like the third or fourth best performance in the movie.
She's also not supporting.
She's very much lead, yeah.
That's why she
So-
can get in here.
Yeah.
The
helps.
surge of Triangle of Sadness, I think, will be enough to sneak Dolly De Leon in, and you can't deny her after her captain scene.
And she gets to fuck Harris Dickinson, so
Oh, come on. Yeah.
Do you have an FYC here?
Oh yeah. Oh, let's see. I'll say Kate Hudson for Glass Onion.
That's a good one.
she's so good.
She is good.
Rachel.
I want people to really sell me on the Stephanie nomination because I just wish that I could see like any evidence of that happening, even though she's in a really popular
You have to believe.
movie.
You just have to will it into
Once I
existence.
didn't believe that Jamie Lee Curtis was happening, but now I do believe that it's happening.
Just
Does
such a disparity of what they do in that movie. Sorry.
I'm
Yeah.
not saying that I would vote for Jamie Lee Curtis over Stephanie. I'm saying that I believe it's happening. Does everybody have Angela Bassett?
I do.
I don't.
I do.
Yes, I do.
So I guess that's real. I have Carrie Condon, Jamie Lee Curtis, Dolly De Leon, Angela Bassett, and I just don't know. I want it to be Stephanie, but I just don't know.
I'm kind of going on that I think that Everything Everywhere is going to overperform, and I think kind of I get this where I remember we were talking back in what year it was for 3 Billboards, and I think there was a lot of question there were going to be 2, whether both rock getting in, and there was mark on whether Harrelson was going to get in, and I don't know if everybody had predicted both getting in, and that's kind of the vibe I'm getting. So that's just me. I just have this weird gut feeling vibe that it's going to do really well nomination, and I think she's going to be part of that.
When's the last time the 2 films got 4 acting nominations in the same year?
The 2 films did?
Was it American
1958.
Hustle? Say that again?
No, not
Oh,
2
I'm sorry, what-
films.
2 films because
2
we're
films.
talking
Oh,
about
sorry.
because that could happen
I
with Ben
saw this
She's
today.
Sharon. Yeah.
It was Guess Who's Coming to Dinner and Bonnie and Clyde.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Exactly.
Wow.
Wow.
Good job.
Mhm.
Something to think about
Yeah.
in case you want to take Jamie Lee Curtis out.
Yes, thank you. And
I mean, I don't right now. I don't have Stephanie in, and my other problem, and I hate to say this, and I wish it wasn't like this. I'm not saying I'm happy about it. Is I can't see Hong Chow and Stephanie Hsu both making it in the same lineup.
Right. And I don't have Hong Xiao because don't think she's going
Well,
to.
Eric, what are your 5?
Yeah.
Condon, Bassett, Monet, De Leon, and Chow.
Okay.
So you
I'm
have nobody from Everything Everywhere.
Okay. So
I
you don't
have
need.
both of them missing
Okay.
right now.
And just out of curiosity, why?
Well, Shu, because even though she deserves it, and she's in the race and in the campaign, and she, just had the Palm Springs and San Francisco. She just had, she's there,
Right.
but it's again, it's full of all newbies except for Bassett. I still feel like Jamie Lee Curtis will be this year's gets everything and misses. Even
Yes.
campaigning
Mhm.
harder than anyone in this category.
Thirst.
So I feel like it if it's going to happen, that it would be her. So just as a process of elimination, I had them both out for now.
Okay.
She won SAG and still missed out. The one other time that she was in conversation for an Oscar, she
Mhm.
actually won at SAG and still missed out. So
Yeah, yeah. And this is just such a weird category because Nina Haas should have gotten every single nomination.
thank you.
Not
She's
just for the
amazing.
performance, but just because she's backing the best actress. It's crazy to me.
Crickets.
She is
And also
not.
like it's an actual supporting performance when this category has become like the dumping ground for leading
bizarre.
performances
And
that
it's a
when there's no room
role-
for
It's a role they
gotten
go
anything.
for. It's long-suffering wife. Like,
I mean, literally, it's very strange to me that she has been such a non-factor.
I mean, not
She-
even a BAFTA
yeah,
long list
she
mention.
needs to go.
Like, that's weird.
So none of us have anyone from Women Talking.
No,
No,
Mhm.
Not
which
anymore.
is amazing.
I think it's just.
I
getting
did last
edited.
week.
Yeah. Speaking
Yeah.
of a category in a film that could have had 2 as well.
I mean, it could have very
It's just
easily
too
been
much internal competition. I think people don't know who to. It's not even like people canceling each other out. It's just like
Yeah,
the
but
cast is too big.
they really landed on Foy and Buckley, but Buckley couldn't even make the long list, and she just got in for Lost Daughter.
And it's such a fucking bummer of a movie too. Like it's
yeah, but it's
Yeah.
actually really funny too.
yeah.
Yeah, I think it's one of the biggest surprises to me is how there's been such a muted response to it. Like I was expecting the category to look like the Golden Globes in like 1975 with Nashville. It was like all Nashville women,
Yes, or Godfather when like 4 of the 5, or
like I thought they would dominate the conversation the whole season, and it's like
it's crazy.
Rachel, have you decided on your 5th one now that we've talked it all out?
I mean, not even. Will I have even decided on my 5th by the time we actually have to lock in our prediction? Is the feeling about Hong Chow for the Whale that I guess Frasier's strong enough to get also a coattail, because Nina Haas, as we said, has just totally evaporated as a contender, even though Blanchett, I feel like, is so strong.
Hong has the thing Hong does have going for her is she has a couple chewy scenes. Something that Nina Haas.
The
never really
Whale
had.
kind of needs to rebound with like industry awards because it has kind of underperformed with the critics. It is also, I think, a very divisive. It is the worst film that I've seen from 2022, and there are
I think
and there are
she'll
people
show up.
on but there are people that
she-
actually love it. So it's just very, very divisive. And the thing is, like, I kind of want it to go away. And even if I love Frasier, I like kind of don't want him to get nominated for it. I do not know what's going to happen. Like, I think SAG is going to be very indicative of what happens with this film at the Oscars.
Which
I think it's only going to be Frasier for SAG, but it's also been earning a very healthy box office with very little reporting.
I saw
hasn't
that
even gone wide yet. It's like it's 7.5 million in 600 theaters. We'll have SAG noms next week. Globe wins next week, and then Oscar nominations. And that's how you roll out an Oscar contender like this. This is classic rollout. And if it works out, then it's going to do really well. So I'm actually going to be spoiler alert, putting it back in Best Picture where I had it since June.
The thing is, like, I don't know how to, if Fraser wins the Globe, I don't really know how to interpret that. Is it going to be like, we
No
thought you were the best one, or sorry for, touching your taint? Like, I don't know.
Well,
I
he's
don't know.
not going to win the Globe. Austin
He's
will.
not. I don't think he's going to win the Globe. I think because
I just switched him. I just switched.
because didn't he publicly like say, "Fuck
Mhm.
them, I'm not
Yeah.
going," and you can
It's a
stick
no
your
win
and you can
situation.
stick your word up your butt.
Who do you have winning the Globe there?
I have Farrell.
That's
He's doing
comedy.
Comedy.
That's comedy.
Oh, sorry, shit, drama.
Butler.
Oh,
I don't think so.
Oh,
shit.
Butler is totally Globes fodder. It's like hot young thing.
When I posted my predictions, it was
I haven't-
Butler, and I had a whole paragraph of why it's a no-win situation, and then
Oh,
Gut
yeah,
check
Butler. Yeah, he's gonna.
I checked myself and changed it. Like,
Yeah, he's gonna Rami Malek for that. Yeah.
Or Bill Nighy could win and start like a Glenn Close-esque The Wife.
Oh,
We don't talk about that.
probably not because they can't pronounce his name. No one can. Is it Nighy? Is it Nee? Is it okay? So, okay, sorry.
It's Bill Nurr.
Oh,
no.
No.
Or Nor.
Oh, I hope Nicole Kidman announces that category.
Listen, Butler.
And so,
Brendan Fraser.
just out of curiosity, is
Right?
what is the? I saw that there's the presenters, but is there any like what the attendance is going to be like for the nominees? Is everybody
Yeah,
just going to go?
like
Is
most-
everybody just they're
Most
going to
people
show
are
up?
going. Yeah,
They're
most
just
people are
going to like.
There's a few stragglers that are like, I'm working. I'm like, Kate Blanchett's not going to be there.
Okay.
Going to the premiere of Tar in London. Daniel Craig's not going.
It's just now opening in London.
Is Tom Cruise nominated? I forgot.
For
No,
Oh, he's
producing.
not.
only for the picture.
Okay,
Yeah.
For
then he's
picture,
not,
he is.
and he's,
He's
not,
not
gonna show up.
going.
He's not going.
No,
He returned all of his.
That's
Like,
right.
oh,
He
yeah.
he's
sent
not
them-
going anywhere.
He sent them. Okay.
So we ended up predicting 7 women. Because we did, those were the top 7 that we were talking about. Like Carey Mulligan did get in at the Globes, and she is on the BAFTA long list. So like, and again, like as Erik mentioned, like with Janelle Monáe being here, like it's clear that they're still falling for leads in supporting.
He's lead.
Well, and I think one of the reasons this category is so hard is when you look at the critics winners here, all the other ones like supporting actor, lead actress, lead actor, they have 2, 3, or 4 people that have dominated all of it, and that's it. Supporting actress has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 women that have split critics awards across the board. That's why this category is so hard.
That's why Michelle Williams is silly.
Ugh.
No, thank God. Thank God she went lead.
I mean,
I was so glad when
Good for
Gal
us.
Shannon asked her about that, and her
Oh.
answer was so like hippy dippy spacey. I haven't even watched the movie yet. I don't know. I just read my scenes.
I did a bunch of scenes where I was, definitely
was-
lead in them.
It was so. I imagined her like answering that like her character in I Feel Pretty because it was so like loopy.
She should just be like, I just wanted to laugh. Or whatever she says. I needed a laugh.
Ugh.
well, I mean, they put Lakeith Stanfield in supporting, so they might drop.
I
her.
would scream.
So that has
did
been
that.
my like, I'm dreading this happening, but it could totally happen where they're like, no, fuck you, you're supporting, and that's where you go. Yeah.
And wasn't
Oh,
correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't Kate Winslet trying to get in supporting for the reader, and then all of a sudden she ended up lead? Was that?
Well, Weinstein.
well, yeah,
Right.
Weinstein wanted to
But
get her
she-
double
but
fisted,
she was
and it then didn't
supporting,
happen.
but she won the Golden Globe in supporting, right?
Yeah,
won
and then
both.
lead for Revolutionary.
Yeah,
But
she
no,
won-
I'm
she won
talking
both.
about I'm talking for the reader.
Yeah, but she won.
No, but she
both.
won lead.
They were trying to get her
She
a
won
double.
for both.
Were they trying to get her double nominated?
Yeah.
lead-
Yeah,
okay.
because she won both the Globes.
She won
Right.
both Globes. Yeah.
I remember that. And then all of a sudden, I think when they announced lead actress, she ended up getting it for the reader.
There was a moment where we were like, oh, she didn't get nominated at all.
Right.
And then they announced Best Actress, and we're like, oh, wait, shit.
Mhm.
Nightmares are real.
She got in.
Yeah.
And then it got so much worse because she won.
I don't.
Anyway,
Moment of silence for that.
Wow. Let's
a
move
moment
on
of
to lead
silence for
actress.
cinema.
I don't really begrudge that because I like her so much, but I get it.
You were
Yeah,
looking
well,
for
I
God.
get it. I
She's
get
great
it.
in
I
Mare
get
of
it.
Easttown.
I get it. She should have won.
So lead actress, I think this one is actually starting to solidify. So Cesco,
Mhm.
go ahead and start us off.
Do we all have Yeo, Blanchett, and Detweiler?
Say that again.
Do we all have Michelle Yeoh, Kate Blanchett, and Danielle Detweiler?
Yes.
Yes.
I do.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I don't have Kate Blanchett. I have her missing. I'm kidding.
I was like, I'm leaving.
And good day to you.
So it is January 7. We don't know what the fuck is going on. This is the category where I predict things that make me happy. So
You know what?
my
Go ahead.
my fourth and fifth, as of today, pre-SAG, pre-bullshit, are Leslie Manville and Naomi Aki.
Okay,
Yes. And my FOC would be Tang Wei.
got it.
Next.
Hmm.
Those are not my
Bob.
Yeah. So Blanchett, Deadweiler, Williams, Yo, and then I have Viola Davis in there.
John.
Yeah, I have Blanchett, Yo, Williams, Deadweiler, Davis.
Rachel.
same 5. Blanchett, Yo, Williams, Deadweiler, Davis.
Eric.
I had the same 5 as well, but I have a really weird feeling about Viola Davis.
Mm-mm.
She's my
An
5.
icky snub.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it would be for Naomi Aki or something truly horrifying like Ana de Armas.
Yeah. I have the same
I
five.
told you I'm worried about her.
Mhm.
I've
don't
got
know
her
what
in
to
6.
do.
I'm worried.
I have her in 6th.
Yep.
The one other, yeah, and I would put in 7th. This might sound cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, but Emma Thompson for Good Luck to You, Leo Grand.
She should be top 5.
Just because
She's my FYC.
she showed up for Matilda as well, and then back to long lists.
Yeah,
That was the best. Oh my god.
So,
Um,
and she's had a couple close calls, so I feel like it might.
At least Leslie Manville is Globe nominated. I feel a little more legitimized.
No, I mean, Leslie Manville, I think at the Globes would win over her, but I do wonder if Thompson could sneak in just with her history at the Oscars. But that's
She hasn't been nominated in like
a year.
45 years, right?
95. Mhm.
95. Yeah.
She was one of that missed. She missed for saving
Missed
Mr. Banks after getting everything.
Right.
She had a couple of close calls, but yeah,
NBR curse.
yeah.
Was that-
the
Yeah,
NBR
the
curse.
NBR
Yeah.
curse.
Was that Sense and Sensibility? Was that her last nomination?
Yep.
Okay.
Who won NBR this year? Winslet? No. Blanchett?
Oh, who?
Yo.
She won all of Blanchett.
Yeah. Yo.
Oh, yo.
Yeah. Oh, no. Fuck that. Never mind. Okay.
Yeah.
I do think Naomi Aki's in 7th, so I see where you're going with that, Cesco. Like I had her in for so long.
Well,
Um,
she appeared on the BAFTA long list, so
Yeah.
people are actually aware that
Oh,
she exists.
I had to think about who that was. That's the Whitney Houston.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Whitney
Okay.
Houston, I Want to Dance with Somebody, the Whitney
mean-
Houston biopic, Whitney Houston.
Right. Whack is crack. Yeah.
Based on the novel Push by Sapphire.
But like,
I am getting like a sinking feeling in my stomach about Ana de Armas. It's very worrying to me.
I have her in 6th, and I have Margot Robbie in 7th.
I'm expecting a Razzie nomination for her actually.
Oh, that's absolutely happening.
Yeah.
That's
But I mean, I still could see her.
I
getting
try not to
nominated.
talk about them because they fucking
Yeah.
suck. But yeah,
yeah. I don't
It
like
is-
that. Yeah.
it
But I
is.
agree with you, Rachel.
It is going down. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, I have Darmus in 6.
Tom Hanks too.
Jackie in 7.
Yeah.
So it's there's gonna be a lot of potential crossover.
Yep. Yeah.
Oi.
I really don't want to watch that movie. I don't want to.
Blonde.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Has anybody who?
likely
Eric,
gonna win for
Eric, I'm
makeup.
assuming you saw it, right?
I've seen it twice.
You've seen it. Oh, okay. So you
Wow, did you sit through it twice?
glutton.
I saw it in the theater at a screening with Phoebe Waller-Bridge and Martin McDonough, which was really weird. And then I saw it in a hotel with a friend of mine who had not seen it yet. It's such a difficult sit through, and not like in a way that.
Did you like the movie, even though it was like, I mean,
No.
difficult? No. So,
No.
okay.
I think there are technical parts of it that are really exciting and interesting and cool, just not this story.
I heard
I turned it off after 20 minutes, and if it happens, I'll go back to it. But yeah, I started it.
I have some friends
I
that
didn't even get to the really bad stuff at
I
Yeah.
20, 30 minutes, that's when I turned it off.
It just feels very Lars von Trier in terms of like just torturing
It is horrible.
the leading lady.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I like her in general. Like, I feel like people just get nominated for like the worst things.
She's committed.
They do.
She's,
Yeah.
she's better enough.
I think I've only seen her in 2 movies. Knives Out, and then that god awful movie she did with Ben Affleck.
Well,
She's in Blade Runner.
Yeah, she's Blade Runner. She's James Bond. She's
Oh, she had like 2. She was in James Bond for like a half a second, right?
Yeah, kind of.
Is anybody worried about Deadweiler missing?
I was, but
yeah,
I think she's gonna hit SAG and
the Globe miss in favor of De Armas was quite something, but also very Globes to do.
I was going to say that's Globes. So
they also do weird things with surprise inclusions that create contenders. Andra Day didn't get in anywhere, and then she won the Globe, which was a huge shock.
The one concern for me with Till is that it flopped, but Tar kind of flopped too.
A lot of these flopped.
Globes.
Yeah.
Just in general, at the box office, like
The
it
box
didn't
office.
make, didn't make it. Like The Wife made more than both movies combined, and it still wasn't enough. So yeah.
Well, we're at that weird stage of theatrical releases with short windows, and then all of a sudden they're on demand, and I think that impacts small movies like that.
And I don't know how much the box office actually sort of like regulates what happens here, but it just means that people are not watching it. So I don't know. I don't know. That is my one concern with her.
I feel like everything is a flop unless you're Avatar or Top Gun. There's so many.
Megan.
Yeah.
Or Megan. And speaking of flops, can we talk about how fast Robbie fell?
Yeah.
I just saw your picture.
I know, that's hilarious. I had to look at like what is that?
The context of it is so fucking hilarious.
Perfect.
From that opening.
But like she was like people's like number 3 for a while.
Oh yeah, no, there were people
2 months ago I was like, she's winning.
Right.
Yeah.
And then she didn't even make long lists after getting nominated there twice, double nominated about 2 years ago.
Double nomination, yep.
He's one of the reasons they had to change the rules.
Exactly.
Because of that. The Robbie rule.
She's now the Maria Bello of BAFTAs. We cannot nominate Margot Robbie under any circumstance.
Oh, my other FYC here would be Frankie Corio, who I'm like really upset that she did not get in at BAFTA. Like,
even though they would put her in supporting probably, but yes, she is also my FYC.
I think she's one of the reasons I was hesitant on predicting Mescal for a while was the fact that there wasn't much critic love for her. Like, she basically has been only in the like young performer awards and only just getting nominated, not really winning any of them. So
it's also like one of those, like, she's lead. She's probably more lead than him.
And
he is. It's her story and point of view, almost more than his. He has some scenes that are without her that is his point of view, but it's mostly hers because it is her memory of her childhood.
Yeah.
So I kind of misread that as kind of a muted response to the film itself, but now I realize, learning more about the dynamics of the film, I haven't seen it yet. That
you're gonna love it.
Yeah, I cannot wait. But that doesn't mean what I thought it meant. Basically, I'm babbling. I'm not making any sense.
No, you're totally.
Well, I mean, on the flip side of that, which is one of the weird things, Austin Butler has the most like breakthrough wins, and not a single Best Actor win. Not one.
I don't think he's going to win the Globe.
Don't tell mediocre film Twitter that.
He can still win the Oscar. He's not out of it.
Even
next coming
Rami
of Jesus
Malek
to
started
them.
started winning some regionals, so
Yeah.
it's weird.
He's if Butler was not as young as he is, I would probably be.
He's not even that young. He's 31. He just looks 20.
But for best actor, that's young.
He
Yes.
would be the 5th youngest winner.
Yeah,
Yes.
for best. I mean, for actress, he's practically over the hill. But
All right, let's move on to best director.
Ooh, this one was hard too.
This one,
Oh,
yeah,
This
this
has
was
changed
tough.
so much for me today.
I'm gonna just stick with what I put.
All right, Rob, you want to go first then?
Sure. McDonough, Daniel Field, Edward Berger for All Quiet on the Western Front, and Charlotte Wells for After Sun.
is that because of today, or you already?
No, I did this this morning before the National Society announced. So I put her down because I was thinking, okay, we've got to get the foreign director and we got to get the female director. So I put her down, and then when I saw that she won, I'm like, sweet. I like it. So yeah, those are my picks for now, and I'm I don't know if they're going to sway much. And then FYC, the guy that directed Top Gun. No, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. I don't have one.
John?
I have a sausage fest. I have Daniels, McDonough, Berger, Field, and I do have Spielberg in. Because I feel like if any other, like if Scorsese did a movie about him, like making movies as a kid, he would be in. If Tarantino made a movie about him filming his cousin's feet as a kid, like he would be in. You know,
it's true though.
like, especially since he just came off West Side Story 2, like I think that's enough to get him in. I know people are like, because he missed the long list. I still think
I have him in 6.
Oscars has a different relationship with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have him in 6.
Rachel?
I also have Spielberg in. I mean, he didn't get any BAFTAs love for West Side Story either, and it was still all over the Oscars. I have the Daniels, Spielberg, McDonough, Berger, and Lerman.
Who was the last one?
Lerman.
Oh.
Baz Luhrmann. I'm not happy about it. I don't say it with a smile on my face.
No James Cameron, huh?
Erik?
I have James Cameron.
I don't know how long I'm gonna hold on to this before my
All right.
officials, but I have the Daniels, Spielberg, McDonough, Berger, and Ruben Östlund.
Oh.
He's my
Um,
FIC.
And this is a really wild category because Charlotte Wells does make a lot of sense. She could be like the Ben Zeitlin here. I would love for that to happen. Which would mean there would need to be some really weird big upsets, which would be like Spielberg missing. And yeah, I don't have Cameron in. I have him at like 6th. But yeah, my 6 through 9, 10, yeah, Cameron, Field, Lerman, Wells. There's a lot of possibility there. I know a lot of people are thinking Joseph Kaczynski might get in, but he also feels like a DGA pick that absolutely doesn't get into the Oscars, and that's where you'll get Östlund or Berger. Just the last 5 years have just kind of really opened up in a way that used to be hard to predict and is now getting much easier to predict.
Cesco, you're 5.
So Daniels, McDonough, Berger, Todd Field, and Wells. I'm terrified that Kaczynski might actually get in. My FYC here would be decision to leave as well. I think that
who was your 5th? I'm sorry, who was your 5th?
Wells, Charlotte Wells.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Jeff Wells. Jeff Wells.
Noted film director.
I don't know. I feel like Kaczynski is a much more likely thing that we're entertaining. I don't know. Yeah.
I don't have the same as everyone else. Well, I have the same as some of you, but not the same line. I have got the Daniels, Spielberg, McDonough, Baz Luhrmann and Ruben Östlund. So like a mix
Oh.
of what everyone else is saying, but none of us are predicting James Cameron, and that's
Mhm.
I hope it stays that way.
I mean, is that worse than the potential for Kaczynski? I haven't seen Avatar yet, but I didn't really mind Top Gun.
I'd rather they both
Top,
miss.
Top Gun
I
is like
actually-
the action version of Mamma Mia. It's just a bunch of people shooting to shit, having fun, and the camera was
Right.
there. Yeah.
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 I'm gonna need the lines connected to that, but
Just imagine people
Yeah.
that met to have fun and just shoot the shit. There's no story.
oh, I
there's
see
no
what you mean.
plot.
Yes, yes.
Right.
Yeah. And
Oh,
then
it's
someone just turned a
bad.
camera on with
Yeah.
beautiful like landscapes and cinematography.
I watched the
Beautiful gowns, great gowns.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, got it.
watched like the first Top Gun, the original one, like 2 days before I watched Top Gun Maverick. Like I watched it in anticipation because I'd never seen the original Top Gun, and I actually thought the new one was better.
Yeah, but
It doesn't say
Critics'
much.
Choice didn't whore themselves out for it, so I don't know.
I'm
I'll
not
talk about-
saying
made
I'm
so much
voting for
money.
it for Best
They went
Picture.
for Rajamouli instead.
I'm not saying I'm voting for it for Best Picture or that I want it to get all of these nominations, but I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
I think Top Gun is better than Elvis.
I think
What-
Elvis is better than Top Gun.
One of the reasons I'm not predicting Cameron is I liked Avatar 2 better than the first one actually, but I think part of the reason Cameron got nominated the first time was just the novelty of it,
Mhm.
like the technical feat of it. So
Mhm.
it because it was fucking Fern Gully. I mean, it wasn't like
Yeah.
some incredible story. But this time I think it's like it's not like the novelty isn't there this time, so people are I think less interested.
Yeah, I think he got in for Avatar for the exact same reasons he got in for Titanic, which was huge gamble that paid off. But it's like at some point, it's gonna have to be like, well, yeah, this is just gonna happen every time, and congratulations on the money.
You just make a lot of people a lot of money, which is, I think, reason enough to vote for you. I don't know that it's gonna keep happening forever.
Mm-hmm.
It's just I don't know.
I mean, he would get in just because
DGA, I think, will
The-
probably like fall for
the
it. but-
the techie nerds will go for it because he's constantly inventing a new technology. So I think that would be the. Other than that, I don't
Yeah,
see that.
I'm just going with the more international nature of the director's branch now
Yeah.
than ever. It had the biggest since the expansion of the membership. It's had the largest percentage increase
Yeah.
of international members of any category.
It's awesome.
I love Titanic.
we know you do.
Me too.
Then you'll love Avatar too,
Kate Winslet in water again.
because it's the last hour is Titanic, like shot for shot. It's like the same movie.
They just
So
they
the
just
only
slice
other
the- slice it
contender
in.
that I have in my top 10 is Gina Prince Bythewood for the Woman King, which I think she's now ahead of Sarah Polley, like because I think Woman King is going to show up in a lot more industry like guild support than Women Talking Well, and I think I wouldn't be surprised if she shows up at DGA. I don't think it's going to happen, but like it's possible. So
Woman King is going to do well with the crafts, I think, which puts her ahead just by default. I feel,
Mhm.
but yeah,
I think they're very close to each other, but
Yeah.
neither are in real competition now.
The other one I think he might be top 10 if he's anything, but SS Rajmouli for RRR. It's not going to happen, but if it had had a slightly better precursor run, I think it feels like such a director's movie, you know. Like
Yeah.
I could have seen that happening, but I don't see it happening this time.
And I think a lot of people thought that there was going to be this like wave because critics were getting so excited about it, and then it flopped at both shortlists, the Oscar and BAFTA. So it's like, no, this was all you guys.
Yep. At this point, it'll be lucky to get in for original song, which I think it still will get in, but that's probably it.
Well, Jessica Chastain just tweeted about it. said it's
Oh, great!
Party.
I hope she performs it on the show.
not the song, the movie. I mean,
All right, best picture. Again, you're ranking your top 10. And we'll start off with John.
all right, I have Everything Everywhere, Banshees, The Fablemans, Elvis, Tar, All Quiet, Glass Onion, Top Gun, Triangle of Sadness, and Women Talking.
Seems like more than 10. Was it more than 10?
No, it was 10.
It was 10.
Yeah.
In
Rachel.
my head, 10 is just a really, really, really large number.
Rachel, go ahead.
I have Everything, Everywhere, All at Once, Banshees, Fablemans, Elvis, Top Gun, Tar, All Quiet on the Western Front, Avatar, Triangle of Sadness, and I think that's 9, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Woman King.
Erik.
I have the same 9. I think as both John and Rachel, but instead of Woman King or Women Talking, I have The Whale.
Why do you hate women?
Because I like whales more.
I'm not like confirmed in my choice, but it seems like we at least agreed on 9.
Yeah,
the last one is very up in the air. I've changed it 20 times.
Everything, Banshees, Fablemans, Tar, Top Gun, Elvis, Avatar, Whale, Triangle, All Quiet.
Cesco.
Okay. Everything, Banshees, Top Gun, All Quiet. That is 4. Then I have Avatar, Fablemans, Tar, After Sun. The last 2 spots I can decide. I have Triangle of Sadness, Elvis, and RRR. I can't commit right now. I don't know. I'll probably take out Elvis because I like the other 2 better, but I don't know.
Rob.
Yeah, pretty much the same. Banshees, Everything, Tar, Fablemans, Top Gun, Elvis, Glass Onion, All Quiet on the Western Front, Avatar, and then I'm going to go out on a limb and say, how far do I want to go on that limb?
Do it.
Do it.
Go for it. Go for it.
Babylon.
Oh,
okay.
that's
Never
not the limb I
mind.
was seeing. Yeah.
So I have
But that's
I have a twig more than a limb.
It does have. It is about Hollywood, and they're incredibly narcissistic.
I mean,
so.
exactly. I could see it getting.
all those
It needed to make more than $10 at the box office, which it did not.
I know. Like I said, I have it actually bottom quote, with little like skull and crossbones. So
bottom shaming that's really rude, Rob. What did you even? That's unacceptable.
Okay.
I have it in 11, so I had it in and then I took it out. So my top 10 is exactly like Rachel's, which we did not discuss this, which is crazy because I also have the Woman King in 10th. Because I was predicting it for a while, and until the guilds don't support it, like I think it's gonna get in there. So, but like I said, I have Babylon in 11th. I've got Glass Onion in 12th, The Whale in 13th, Women Talking in 14, and RRR in 15. But like,
I didn't expect anyone to have the same ones as I have. I wasn't even sure of them, but now I feel good about at least 9 of them.
I wasn't predicting Top Gun and Avatar until this week because I was still refusing to predict them.
I get that.
Yeah,
and I mean, we're doing all of this like days before SAG, DGA, and PGA nominations all happen within 2 days of each other. So that's going to be next week. We're all going to look at this and go, "Oh, okay."
I know.
And those are actual voters that also are Oscar voters. So
Yeah, next week is huge.
I have
Yeah.
I was looking at all my notes from last year because we did a lot more last year, and my biggest regret was putting Lady Gaga back in. I had been steadfast that she was going to
Same.
snub.
Thank you. Thank you.
I had her all the way through because I had it dated every time we did it, and I kept having her out, and then I fucking put her back in.
The last
And she
podcast
just
that
snubbed
we
him.
did, I was
God
like, sure,
damn it.
whatever.
I stuck her back in.
That movie was such a massive flop. I
But
love it.
the best thing is that at our last nomination predictions is none of us were predicting Chastain to get in, which is
That was hilarious.
That's still the best thing.
That was, and
It's so funny because I remember during like the SAG ceremony when they announced actress, and I was like, would it be hilarious if Chastain won? And then she fucking wins, and then she fucking wins the Oscar, and I was like, okay, maybe I should not think about these things as they're happening.
And I thought the big also one for her was when she won Critics' Choice. I thought,
and I think that happened after SAG.
That
It
happened
did.
after SAG, and
Which
I'm
was
thinking,
suspicious.
she's gonna win.
They like her anyway, but yeah.
They love a transformation.
It's the lead acting makeup win combo that like happens.
I'm telling you,
often.
Brendan Fraser and the Whale.
Yeah, I could see it.
It's Iron Lady. It's La Vie en Rose. It's
all Darkest Hour.
It just keeps going and going and going.
It is probably going to happen. Honestly, it is probably going to happen.
Yeah.
Which is, I love him. And I love the comeback narrative, and he is ostensibly a wonderful person. It's just
So what are your guys' thoughts on him winning without a Best Picture nomination in the era that we're in, where it hasn't happened since Jeff Bridges? The first year of the experience.
I keep coming back to Mickey Rourke, where I think Rourke would have probably done one if like that film, I mean, because it just got the two, right? It was just got for Rourke and Marissa Tomei, right?
Yeah,
obviously, and it was
during song.
And right, and then it didn't. And I mean, like if Aronofsky would have gotten nominated for directing, and maybe not even Best Picture. I just thought, and I'm kind of feeling that same, but I haven't seen The Whale, so I don't know. So I can't. I mean, I'm going based on Erik. You really liked it. Cesco, you didn't like it.
I mean, I did, but I'm also going off of the audience response both times that I saw it was
so it's the emotion. So it's very emotional in the sense of
because it's extremely over the top and manipulative.
Okay.
And if you let yourself be manipulated by it, then you're a sucker.
A winning performance.
Both times.
Who would you compare that to? What a performance that won that was very like over the top manipulative and just like, okay, this guy.
Almost any Best Actor winner in the last 10 years, Gary Oldman, Eddie Redmayne, the type of things where it just is, it's all of the acting.
I also want to say that it
probably
starts like pulling
minus Casey Affleck
ahead. The movie is probably getting nominated too.
Well, and that's the thing. What I've sort of looked at this like recently, because Fraser is winning lots of regionals now. And even though he's not going to catch up to Colin Farrell, he has closed the gap considerably. And it feels like 2017 when that was happening with Gary Oldman and Timothée Chalamet. And Timothée Chalamet was just winning, but he was really young and we didn't know where the movie was going to go. And Gary Oldman then started winning and closed the gap. And then, you know, as we know, from that year, everything changed once
makeup heavy.
Once the televised awards started.
Right. He steamrolled.
Nothing that happened before that mattered at all.
Yeah, that was the year. Yeah.
That was the year. That was everybody, all of them.
All four of them steamrolled after the Golden Globe.
All four of them. Yeah. Everything changed.
Right.
It was unreal.
As for Best Picture, I mean, The Whale's definitely still in it to get a nomination. I haven't removed it from my long list. But the thing that he has in common with Bridges is an overall narrative.
Yeah.
Not just focused specifically on the performance. With Bridges, it was, oh my God, this guy has never won an Oscar. The classic overdue.
Right.
And for Frasier, he has this emotional comeback.
Overdue doesn't happen anymore the way it used to happen back then, though. I just want to put that out there.
Yeah,
Like, they don't.
I think it's different.
Chadwick Boseman lost the fucking Oscar after
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
After literally
he fucking lost. Yeah, after literally dying.
Yeah.
So, and also the film didn't get nominated for Best Picture, and there's a correlation there.
Yeah.
I feel like if we start predicting Frasier to sweep, and then Hong Chow is in, screenplay is in, and
Yeah.
the film is in.
Exactly.
We're kidding ourselves.
That's what I'm saying. It just starts to do this,
Right.
Yeah.
and then it gets
No,
away. And
It's
that's
like
it.
there
Yeah.
can be support for in like 6 different categories, but then not Best Picture.
Yeah.
Mhm.
With 10
I-
nominees locked in. It's
Yeah,
no.
I agree. I think if it does do well, then yeah.
And it also has recency bias.
Yeah.
Of most people seeing it around now,
Yeah.
versus 3 months ago.
Yeah. No, I've been really impressed with what A24 did with it, and it was so funny listening to people hem and haw about there's only one picture from it, and why are they hiding this movie? And the trailer came out like 2 weeks before the movie came out, even though it had played at lots of film festivals, tons of them.
I think they knew that the response would be
Oh, no.
difficult.
They 100% knew because it had already
So they didn't want to
started.
show their hand too early and
It was
have,
so smart.
yeah. And
And
have
to be
like
fair, that picture is basically the movie.
Yeah.
It's just
feel-
him looking
I
sad
feel
to
so
the side.
gagged that they took the one still and they put like a fucking TikTok beauty filter on it, and that became the poster.
oh
That
yeah.
is the funniest thing in the world to me.
I just feel like they didn't want people making memes out of it for 2 months just out of the trailer, and they were like, let's just hold off. Let's just wait.
They're really,
Um,
really, really smart. Really smart.
And yeah, it worked.
And they're sacrificing both Paul Mescal and Jeremy Pope because
Yep.
they're purely campaigning the whale. Like After Sun, like as John has mentioned, like they're not even streaming it anywhere like for other people to watch besides voters.
It's on Mubi as of yesterday.
What is?
After Sun.
Oh, After Sun.
Yeah. It just started.
So for like A24 is like they're notoriously bad at campaigning multiple films, and like they have everything everywhere, and they're obviously campaigning the whale majority just for Fraser, but once he starts winning stuff, like they're gonna have to juggle 2 Best Picture campaigns, which that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah. They just need to put all of their money into After Sun right now. Let the other 2
They really should. They really
live on
should.
their own because they are their own. They're doing fine now. Give it all to After Sun, all of it, every bit, all their attention. Get Paul out of Streetcar Named Desire and get him to Los Angeles. And oh my God, just do it now.
Get him to do a delightful interview with James Corden.
Oh God, please no.
I don't think that they realize the film's potential and how strong the film actually is and how well it could do with like proper care and attention.
Mhm.
And they need to fucking get on with it. Yeah.
It has an Oscar-winning production company behind it, the one that gave A24 their first and only win.
It's the best reviewed movie of 2022.
And this is the part that's made me the most
What's
angry.
not clicking?
Is all of these critics just lying out the side of their mouth
Oh, they can. Yeah, but that's
with not
everything.
giving it any wins, yet it being, oh my God.
It's the best movie I've seen all year. But yeah, let's go with Top Gun. Yeah, fuck off.
I
think that's
wonder
because-
how much better it would have done if it was like Sony Pictures Classic, and if it was like under
Yeah, but
their
if that was this year, they would still have Nye and Jackman, and Mescal would be
that's true.
still third. So and Neon totally shit the bed. They had a Best Actor winner at Cannes with Song Kang-ho, and where's he? Where's Broker? Nowhere.
Nowhere. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's true.
Deserves so much more.
So before we leave, is there anyone who ventured to figure out what movie they think is going to lead the nominations?
All Quiet.
With how many?
Oh my god.
Probably more than 10.
I
10,
have
11.
I have everything at 10.
Oh, you have it maxing out.
Have it maxing out.
You have, remind
Fingers
me,
crossed.
you have 4 acting nominations for everything?
I do.
I'm this close to putting in All Quiet for supporting actor too. So
And Eric, you have no supporting actress nominations for everything. Do you have
Yeah,
any?
but if it gets one or both, then it should be the nomination leader, even though it didn't get shortlisted for visual effects. It got shortlisted for pretty much everything else.
It didn't. Did it get? It got. It didn't get shortlisted for makeup, right?
No.
Makeup and
Nope.
hairstyling.
Nope.
It
Makeup
got.
and visual
Rob.
effects, it did not get when it should
That's
have.
that's what I thought. Okay, so that's why I had it.
I think Banshees could potentially be shockingly huge. 8 Golden Globe nominations when they have less than half of the categories.
And
I think it's possible.
And 4
They don't have editing. They don't have I mean I think it could happen for Banshees.
Okay.
But
I'll say Everything Everywhere and All Quiet tie with 9 is my prediction.
I've got Everything Everywhere, Elvis, and The Fablemans tying with 8. I don't think anything's gonna get double digits this year.
I think it's possible.
I think it's likely. Yeah.
Yeah, what Elvis would be
Picture, director, actor,
actor,
production design, costumes,
editing,
sound, and makeup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not even counting
could-
Hanks
I could.
possible.
Yeah, I have it probably getting around 7. I don't have Lerman in direction.
I don't either, but I have
Yeah.
those 7.
Yeah. Those totally
I
make
think there's
sense.
gonna be a lot that do the 5 to 8.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And there's gonna be Best Picture nominees that end up with like 4. Like I have Tar getting 4.
Who picked Hanks other than my dumb ass? Am I the Rachel?
Rachel.
You also okay?
Which would actually give Elvis 9.
Yeah.
I think 2 acting nominations.
Mhm.
Right.
I will scream if Hanks gets
Sorry, I don't believe in Santa Claus.
I don't want him to get in.
I don't either. I don't
hate
either.
Elvis,
White.
But I will be happy if I can look at the SAG nominations later this week and he misses, and then
Yeah.
I feel a little better about
Right.
taking
Then
him out.
Yeah, I agree.
They've been
I
kind of
think-
like so lukewarm about him that I don't know. Yeah.
It would be
Yeah.
so annoying that he missed for Captain Phillips and he missed for all these other nominations, and he gets in for that.
Yeah, but that
For
you could see
well,
that happening too. Like, oh,
It'd be
you know,
totally
we keep
on
snubbing
brand.
him. We keep snubbing him. We got to give him more love.
What's the
Captain
film?
Phillips snub I really don't get because that movie was strong. It was Best Picture.
Captain Phillips snub is like Amy Adams snub for Arrival.
Absolutely. It was
That makes
crazy.
no sense.
That was crazy snub. Like Mr. Banks just wasn't like, it just didn't register. Emma Thompson also missed
Yeah.
for that. So that I can understand, but I to this day don't understand the
And then Barkot Abdi wins BAFTA. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
I'm so happy that he did.
crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, that year was nuts.
Yeah.
On that
Okay, that was the
train of thought, is there any movie you think that's going to get surprisingly shut out?
This
Babel.
that Oscar buzz contender, you mean?
Like 0
Like
nominations or
zero.
like,
Like just
oh
completely.
my God.
I mean,
He
women
said
talking,
Women
really
flopping to me could get 0.
Yeah, I could see that.
dancing on that line. Yeah.
But not even. Oh no, Hilder's getting in.
Oh yeah, score. That
He's-
should be an easy get, right?
He's getting
It's an
it.
Afterglow like win nomination.
I'm just saying it could get nothing.
That would be really quite something.
Yeah.
That would be wild. Well, I mean, on that front, the Woman King could also get nothing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
Unlikely.
And she said-
Unlikely.
unlikely. Yeah.
But possible.
But I
Unlikely, but
think we're also looking at a lot of movies that are going to do 2 to 4 in the text, like that and Babylon, and that's just kind of where they will live.
I also feel
Hmm.
like Viola Davis is over rewarded with SAG. So
Mhm.
if she gets
won.
if she gets
Crazy.
Best Actress nomination at SAG, it won't necessarily make me actually feel that
Right.
Yeah.
confident about her
Yeah.
chance because she
Yeah.
gets there even when she's not really a contender, and she
Yeah.
wins there when she's not
Gonna win
really
the Oscar.
a
Yep.
contender. Yeah,
Yeah.
Her Ma Rainey win reaction was the best, like ever. Whoosh.
love her.
Yeah.
She-
Out the chair.
She is
That's
a
right.
treasure,
Fell out of the chair.
but I
I'm
don't
just
necessarily trust SAG with.
I'm just curious to see if BAFTA goes back to sort of like being the sort of like tiebreaker for a lot of like these categories. Like when they predicted Best Actress in 2021, we were like, we had no idea
Well,
who was going to win.
I mean, they keep
until, like, the end.
changing the rules because
the
rules that they-
long lists to me seem like they are going back to what it used to be, more conventional choices, because they kind of like dug themselves into a hole of like irrelevancy like the last 2 years, and I think they kind of regret that in a way.
Well, they did
Um,
because they changed the top 3 automatically getting in,
Yeah.
which was top 2 last year.
Yep.
So we already know that from that list, they already know what the top 3 are in.
These
for-
long lists could be
They
like
already
the
know.
SAG long lists or the
So it's
Globe
only
long lists.
there's only 2
So,
performances that are getting in, so that we don't have what we had the last 2 years and last year when no correlation happened whatsoever.
zero.
BAFTA
Zero.
had 6 nominees though, right?
Yes.
Because now there's 6. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the critics' choice of it all.
Well, I'm really excited to be watching this year's Oscars with all of you guys in person.
Same.
Absolutely crazy.
It only took 22 years.
Yeah.
I know. It's absolutely amazing. I'm so excited. I can't wait.
So I didn't put this on the agenda, but my last question before we definitely sign off. Since Will Smith cannot present Best Lead Actress, who do you think is going to present that category?
Oh my god.
Tom Cruise if he's not nominated.
That's what I was thinking. Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt.
Or like Jane Fonda. I don't know. Someone like that.
Harrison Ford.
You know, when they had Jodie Foster and Jennifer Lawrence come out to present, I thought that was pretty cool. So I think maybe they could do something like that.
Yeah, we could do that. And
It'd
why-
be cool if it was like a woman.
Yeah, it would be. It'd be great, actually.
Yeah.
Mercedes Rule.
She's gonna bring out her Oscar with like a little coat and hat. Oh my god.
Who's the oldest? Who's the oldest survive? Oh, she wouldn't be able to do it. I think. I was thinking the oldest surviving Best Actress. It's Joanne Woodward, but I think she's very old and I think she's
out of
got
the public eye.
Alzheimer's, right, or something
She's
like
also,
that.
yeah, she would
Yeah.
not be.
So no. So who would be after that? Manelli? Oh no, we did that last year. That's not gonna.
Yeah, she just did last year.
Glenda Jackson. No one knows. No one knows.
Welcome back.
No one knows who she is. So Ellen Burstyn. You know,
Oh, Ellen Burstyn would be kind of great.
and Faye Dunaway.
We're at the 95th, and it's like, is there going to be anything, or are you just saving it for the 100th? I don't know. What are you
Need
doing?
a photo album.
I would
Yeah.
really like a damn photo album again. Yes.
Faye
thank you.
Dunaway is gonna open the envelope and
They're
call
not
out Tom
gonna. They're
Cruise.
not gonna let her anywhere near the place.
Oh my god.
No way.
Who's the
She's gonna be
oldest-
La La Land.
Right. That's
Little homosexual boy.
Lady Sink.
who's the oldest living Best Actor? That's still.
Is it Gene Hackman?
Oh, he's not coming.
He's not
He's-
coming.
no.
So then it would be, well, shit. After that, it's Nicholson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's also not
I
coming out for
mean,
that.
that'd be a big standing
I
ovation.
mean, he's done Best Picture more than like anybody in the last 30 years. So
I feel like
He
he's
used to be a
he's
staple.
done.
You're
Oh,
saying
yeah.
presenting actress, right?
Right,
Not-
we're still
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So who? Yeah. Who's?
Well, after him would be Dustin
F.
Hoffman. but-
Murray
Dustin
Abraham.
Hoffman, Richard Dreyfuss.
Ooh.
that's not gonna be Dustin Hoffman.
Richard Dreyfuss would be him.
It should be somebody not in contention, but like
Yeah.
has the gravitas for it, like Denzel Washington or something.
Yeah. That's what I was saying.
That's what it should be.
Tom Cruise. Although Tom Cruise is gonna have a bunch of
Swap one
nominations
black
for
actor for
upcoming.
another one.
What if it's Chris
That's
Rock?
not what I meant. That's
Chris Rock. Yeah.
Chris Rock.
Chris Rock. I think that's the note to end on. I don't think we can top
Okay.
that.
Oh,
And
well
on that
done.
note, I think we're done. All right, we'll reconvene hopefully sometime before, or if not, at least to talk about the nominations when they come out. So
Yay.
we'll see
Yes.
you all then. Bye,
Well, oh my
everyone.
God. All right, guys. Have a
Bye,
good
everyone.
rest of the day.
Bye.
Bye.